Okay, I think we're ready. Today's timeless reading came out very effortlessly. We're running into like a full moon right now, but this is a timeless reading, okay? So whenever this energy is hitting you, whenever this video kind of shows up for you, trust that. So the message or the main idea for this card reading came in very effortlessly. It was like, what is going to die in your life right now? What is going to die in your life right now? What is dying in your life right now? And that might sound a little morbid, you know. I doubt it's going to mean a physical death. However, what do I know? Until we get into the piles, I don't know. So we'll see. I'm not, okay. Yeah, okay, that sounded very ominous, but please, none of my readings are, you know. I read for health and happiness, okay? I read for positive vibes only. Okay, sure, we'll go with this. I just got off of a long shift at work, and now I'm in my studio, and I decluttered and I organized, and then I was like, you know what? It feels like I think I'm doing a reading tonight. So here we are. We're doing a reading. So we have 5 piles. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Did I already forget German? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. Okay. I remembered it. Because then I kept going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it said 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I remembered my tens in German. Okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to throw in some more languages, I think. Unless it's just annoying to all of you, but we're learning together. Okay, so what is going to die today? Not today, oh my goodness. What is going to die? What is dying in your life right now? What is going to die in your life? That's what I heard, exactly. What is going to die in your life? But then I keep throwing in today. As of today, this is the information, okay? So that's what we're doing. So I put out some like grieving black roses and then some like dark flowers to set the mood. So we're gonna do our thing. As of right now, what is dying in your life? We've got 5 piles. All right, so here's the picture. And now let's take a look, see at it. And then we will take an inhale, and then on the exhale, be drawn to whatever pile is calling you. All right, ready? Inhale. And on the exhale, where are you pulled? All right, we're gonna do one more, ready? Inhale. And on the exhale, what pile is calling your name right now? Okay, so I'll see you in your pile. Okay, bye. You're far away. Hi, pile number 1. If you picked Eagle in reverse, welcome to your pile. I am just getting a sense of the energy here, so give me a moment. I'm going to set things out how they want to be set out. We've got a healing card in here for you. Interesting. Okay, so all right, what am I doing? All right, timeless reading. The question we're asking today is, what is dying in your life right now? The energy feels airy. It feels a little depressed. It feels a little depressed, a little down energy. There's like soothing energy that's coming into it a little bit, but I'm getting like this this energy of like, well, what am I doing? Where am I going? And it feels very faded. And then the Mulan song just popped into my head. When will my reflection show who I am inside? And we do have the Selkie in reverse. And she's a lot to do with like reflection and looking at herself and taking into consideration. So I definitely am picking up this, but it wants me to read about pigeon right now. You got a pigeon. Here they are, sitting by themselves. Again, looking out towards water. The pigeon represents determination, community, and communication. Who am I? I'm still getting that, like, there's like a whimsy. There's a parting of ways I just heard. And now I'm called to Junko, which is your second bird card. And it stands for perseverance, adaptability, and calmness. And now it's leading me to the Empress in reverse. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the eagle is also in reverse. Okay, I'm starting to get a sense of the story here. We do have the eel and iris upright, which is safety. And then lavender is in reverse, but it's flipping. Tranquility, kindness, and self-care. So there is a lot here about, there is a lot here about kind of like healing yourself, healing your wounds. I get a little bit of, there might have been some burnout because there's a call towards tranquility and a call towards calm. And so what is dying is the eagle in reverse energy. I feel like there's a bit of a blow to your confidence. Now, I didn't like how I said that, so let's see, let me read about it a little bit. There was a decisiveness whenever I like clicked on it. There's like there's a shortness when I clicked on it. Clicked with my fingers, you know what I mean. And that energy was very different from this energy here, which is more flowy and reflective. And so I think what is dying is that quickness and that urgency and this reliance on go, go, go. It's kind of like a masculine energy that is fading out a bit. And so we've got these bigger, like stronger cards, like the Empress is in reverse and the Eagle is in reverse. There's a wounded feminine that I'm picking up on, especially with the Selkie and the Empress. There's a wounded... Then I just heard butterfly in the sky. We can go way up high. Take a look. Oh, it's in a book. Oh, okay. All right. The Reading Rainbow. Okay. It's from Godspell, by the way. Okay. All right, so when out of balance, it's controlling. And I mean, that makes sense. Like that kind of quick, kind of like, this is how it is. But now we're into an energy of flowy, and it can feel depressing because you are kind of you're asking yourself some important questions, and the results of those questions could be very saddening. It can be sad. Sad. I'm just hearing sad. because it's not like a full depression. I'm not getting that. I'm just getting this sadness, kind of like this, like all of a sudden there's like a little, oh. And what's interesting is that sadness is centering. There might have been a moment that one was humble here, or there was a realization in your life that caused you to get out of this controlling energy and go, oh, and now you're asking some important questions. And so it can be uncomfortable to be in this stage, because you might also be realizing that not everything is in our control and needs to be in our control. And that can feel like loosening your grip on things can feel very uncomfortable, because it can also kind of feel like, well, you can't be trusted to be in a place of power. Oh, other people might be more competent. I'm just throwing out different ideas. Like, for you, this is individual, so the answer is going to be different. Because I'm not reading for just one person here, you know, so it's a bunch of us in here. Yeah, there's an adaptability here, but there's like I'm feeling there's a stepping back from taking the reins, and it's a little sad. Okay, all right, let me read. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. It's in reverse though. So we're not quite feeling that things are in our control. And now we're going to the Selkie. Weird. I just heard, what's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. In Scottish mythology, Selkies are shape-shifting creatures. So there's a lot with transformation. Myths say that if a man finds a female Selkie's discarded skin, they can marry the Selkie while she's in her human body. The man hides the skin, trapping her against her true nature, never allowing her to return to the sea and her kin. The only way for a Selkie to receive her freedom is to find and take back her skin. Male Selkies are unusually handsome and lure women to them. They are also where we get the myth of the merfolk. Meanings: feeling like your freedom is compromised. There is a loss of self-control. Yes. Yes. I mean, it's just saying it. There is a bit, yeah, there's so much with self-care, there's so much with safety, there's so much with like self-reflection. But there's like, what is dying right now? Your need for control is dying off right now. It's gonna take a bit. Okay. And it is a beautiful lesson to be working with and learning at this time, but it's sad. There are some things in life that you cannot control, and what you can control have to do with yourself and your own self-care and how you take care of yourself and what you're putting in your system and how you're moving your body and how you are cleansing yourself, washing your body, you know, like how you react to situations. So this is like a really beautiful time for building your confidence in yourself, because the more that you learn about yourself and what you need and want and desire and can control, and you let go of all that other clutter, which is trying to control other people's narratives, trying to control other people's mindsets, I just heard, moods. So there could be like a people-pleasing where like you're trying to feel safe by controlling, stay with me, controlling other people's moods. And so if someone's in a bad mood, you would overextend yourself to try to make them feel better. And there's a pulling back of that energy There's a realization. I keep hearing the word realization. Realization that this is not for you. Realization to let go. Realization to let go. A realization to let go. And it's bringing me back to the air. It's bringing me back to that butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. Which is like air signs. There's a lot with like receiving knowing, receiving knowledge by putting out questions, important questions. And when I say that, I'm saying like for yourself, like you're doing this with yourself. It's kind of like a prayer. It's a conversation with God or whatever you believe in. It is like it's like a help me. There is a call for support that is in this. And at once, yeah, what's dying is that need to control. Okay, we're going to keep it short though. What else should I share with them? Read The Empress in Reverse. What book would you like me to read? Okay. Oh, she's right there. Sorry. All right, in reverse. Feeling undesirable, anxiety, lack of concentration, smothering, and selfishness. I'm being interesting. I'm called, like, it keeps pointing to like the womb. Yeah, it keeps pointing towards her womb. And so there's a lot with creation in this. It's in reverse. Yeah, stunted. But it's for safety. That's what I'm hearing. Stunted. And I'm pointing on the womb. Okay, and then I just heard my own song, which is Misery Bay, are you okay? Okay, so when I think of the sacral chakra, I often envision a basketball, especially for women, because like the womb, it grows whenever you're pregnant, obviously, and it can get big. It can feel like a basketball, but it's also orange. There's also like it's an area that I personally have found whenever I'm like energy reading of repressed anger. And it's a little different than the root chakra anger, whereas like the frustration that comes from an out of balance, seething sacral chakra is that of stunted creation. It's that of wanting to create something in your life and feeling blocked from doing so for some reason or another. And a lot of it can go into the root chakra because it can be like a trauma-oriented situation that caused you to keep yourself safe, and therefore you do not create the life that you would because someone has something to say about it. So that's the energy I'm getting out of this. There is, and that makes sense. Like the feminine's in reverse here too. There's like like something was taken from you and you're in a state of reflection. There is a lot of like circles coming out in this now that I'm looking at it. There's cycles. I'm hearing cycles. And I mean, the womb, blood as well. You know, like menstrual cycles also play a huge part. So there's a cycle in here, and I'm led to a buddy. You've got a buddy? And then I hear you both singing together. Calmness. There's a buddy. Keeping it chill. Alright, so it's leading me back to the eagle. Is the buddy a little controlling? Yes, on what you can create. The buddy is a little controlling on what you can create. So this could be a situation where there is somebody else in your life. I was mainly reading this as like it's your relationship to others. And overall, you are getting this general message of learning what you can control and focus on is for you and yourself. And I'm getting very protective energy from the heart to the solar plexus area, which is a very beautiful place to heal. There is that grief that you're working with, and once it is worked with like a lot, once you soothe it yourself, kind of like your own baby, your inner child, your self-confidence is going to burst through because you are focused on what you can control. Self-mastery, I just heard. Okay, so I wanted to keep these readings under 20 minutes because I'm going to be here for like 5 hours, if not, because I could probably talk about this stuff all day. Let me end this with your healing crystal card. Embrace change. Phantom quartz. Yeah, so definitely a lot of energy. Wow, and I got chills with that one. Yeah, it does look a lot like the Eagle card. Look at that. Why are we getting chills? Change, yeah. So there's a lot here with transformation, butterflies, metamorphosis, wings, taking flight, lots of air, but I am getting like this kindness to yourself and this need to mother yourself. Butterfly in the sky, you can go way up high. Take a look. Da-da-da. I'm feeling like interestingly gentle towards the eagle energy, like kind of like I'm walking on eggshells, like I'm afraid to approach the energy. And I do think it goes back to that wanting to control moods of other people so that you can feel safe. So there's a bit of like that people pleasing. And you want to know stuff. There's a lot with like receiving knowledge here. And it's very quiet energy, so like I'm feeling like very, but you want to adapt. There is a need for change. What is dying in your life right now is the need to control and to just go with the flow and adapt and grow. Self-mastery. I'm cleaning up. That was all she wrote. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I love this for you, personally, pile number 1. Because, like, once you get through this process of realizing that it's just you that you have. It's just you that you can take care of. Once you have that foundation and in that bag, oh my God, life is just like, it is your oyster. It is open for so many things, like all you could want, but there's so much healing that needs to happen, so I don't want to overwhelm you, okay? Just know that it is possible, and you can do this. Okay, all right, bye pile number 1. I'll talk to you later. Hi pile number 2. Okay, so you chose the Hawk upright. I'm still cleaning out this energy from the first pile, but I'm already feeling like this very nice energy. Definitely, especially compared to the first. I feel like I'm moving very fast right now. Ooh, and I'm hearing like a deeper kind of percussive sound. What is going on? Why am I putting everything everywhere? Everything's dancing. What the heck? How do you want me to read this? Okay, all right. Up first, we have Sandpiper. Balance, quickness. Looking below the surface. Ooh, and now it's flipping. And then we've got the path also flipping? What's going on? Oh. Okay, interesting. I just got so many messages there. First of all, I heard toxic environment, flip-flopping, to save face. I just heard. It's like, this is dancing, man. It's like flipping. Like one time you're one way. There's an inconsistency. But then I'm also getting this vision of acrobatics, like you change based on the environment you're in. Okay, but now I'm hearing do 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 be Molly Boo. Oh, which is from Robin Hood, the Fox version, you know, like the old Disney version. And it's where like it's a Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest. Which is like a very jaunty kind of, but there is like a trickster kind of energy that I am picking up on, like you're two-faced-ish, but it's jaunty, it's playful. It wants me to show you your healing card, which is Unakite and Live in the Now. All right, so this whole reading, I didn't even say this, sorry about that. This reading is a timeless one, and it's about what is dying in your life right now. And what is dying in your life right now is the Hawk upright. I heard cutthroat. So I'm getting this. Okay. You also got the Goat and Willow, overcoming obstacles, upright. And you've got the Goose in reverse, which is abundance, protection, and teamwork. But it's definitely in reverse. So what is dying for you right now is the Hawk upright. So let's read about it. Sorry. Sometimes I get tapped to let me know, and it kind of itches. Yeah, I'm getting this sense, I'm already feeling like you are getting away from a toxic environment. Okay, but anyway, let me read first. Okay, so this is upright. When in balance, it sees clearly and it's intuitive. But that's dying for you right now, it says. Read it. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries new upon its wings, and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. So what am I... This is what's dying in your life right now. But I don't understand. Shifting wings. Okay, so I'm getting this sense like there was a moment of uncomfortable transition time. I'm getting this image of someone kind of like stumbling downstairs right now, where they like kind of grab onto the you know, like the railing, and they're like, oh my god, and they kind of like twist their ankle a little bit, and it hurts a little bit, something like that. And I'm getting the sense that you're now finding your footing in this new shift, and that's why there's this jaunty energy. Sandpiper, balance, quickness, looking below the surface. I want to read a little bit about it. Yeah, because when the hawk is out of balance, it's suspicious. So it's like knowing. You've got like a keen eye. You're all for seeing the details and stuff. But now you can set aside that need to watch and overly concern yourself with patterns. So I think there was a time when you were overthinking during the shift because you're like, what in the world? And you're feeling pulled in different directions. And I'm getting that vision of like falling down the steps and catching yourself. And now you're kind of more in whimsical territory where like you found your footing. You are saying out with the old, in with the new. This is still flip-flopping like a wheel. Should I read that first? No, read the Sandpiper. You were on your way to read the Sandpiper. Read the sandpiper. Also have Goose here. Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest. Okay. The sandpiper is a liminal bird, most at ease in the damp area of the shore between the water and the land. It represents balance and ease in moving back and forth between two states of being. Okay. The sandpiper might be telling you that being between two situations isn't such a disaster after all. Be comfortable in your position and trust in yourself. Share in the best of both worlds. The sandpiper's darting movements may also suggest you can make quick forays into new ground. The bird's method of seeking food may encourage you to look beneath the surface for whatever it is you seek, to find what is of value to you. And that's like, I am getting this buddy energy of like having friends, and there's a happiness in this on this new path. It is flip-flopping though. This one's flip-flopping, and this one was flip-flopping, and this is flip-flopping. The path. So there are some moving parts here that some are out of your control, but I feel like even though this is like I said, I was getting that image like the acrobat, whereas the past, you were falling down the stairs a bit, and you were like, whoa. Now there's a little bit more of going with that flow and sensing intuitively where you should be, what you should be doing, like, yeah, and living in the now as opposed to, so like, say you're not paying attention to now, you're tripping down the steps because you weren't paying attention to where your foot was. But now there's like a comfort level and a trust in your own self and body of where all your limbs are in the now, you know, like you're a little bit more focused on the now. And so what was dying was that shift. We are now getting into stable ground. So that's what's dying. So it's a good thing that's dying. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice this. It says buds. You know how like I kept saying like I get the sense that you've got a bud. You've got like Robin Hood and Little John, like they're buds, and they're just they're going on a journey and they're doing stuff, and the path is upright. Feels like this could be a love reading. The bud that is alongside you grounds you the most is what I'm hearing. And so like whereas in the past you might have really like struggled with some of these shifts, someone in your life is stable for you, and they're really helping you overcome obstacles. And when they are not there, oh, this is kind of cute though. When they are not there, you feel really destabilized. And so they definitely help you handle some of these uncomfortable, flippy-floppy, and my flippy-floppy energies. Sorry. Goose. A goose. Abundance, protection, and teamwork. It is in reverse. Yes, firmly in reverse. There could be some attachment issues in here. I'm just letting you know. Something to look out for. Because I was feeling that this other person and their stability is helping you stay stable, we cannot necessarily always rely on somebody else's energy. Remind me never to do that voice again. That was a mistake. Oh my god. I almost died, y'all. I think I'm dying. I will not be doing that again. My throat just will like... I was trying to make it like teeny tiny, kind of like a little valley girl. And it just did not. Woo! I think I like half swallowed my spit at the same time I was doing that voice. So like, pardon me. Okay, Unakite, live in the now. Let's talk about... Unakite is a really pretty stone. I personally... No, I keep wanting to do that tiny voice again. What the heck did we not learn? Okay. Alright, gonna talk like this. I am getting the sense that there are some like attachment issues in here. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. So I just got the song. There's and grow as we go. Grow as we grow. I don't remember who wrote it. I feel like his name is Benjamin. Beautiful music video though. Sad AF. Sad. But there is like I am picking up a love reading in here. I think the Flippy Floppies I'm picking up an X vibe now. And I'm not sure how to handle that because I don't allow that riffraff in here. We don't talk about exes. Like, they have no business being in your current life, is my 2 cents about that. However, you experienced a shift, and that shift could have to do with a breakup. And so now you've got an ex that's kind of in your life, or it has affected you. There might be energies pulling on your heartstrings that are flippy-flopping your energy. And so if you are open to this, just so you know, cleansing often helps. But I do wonder if there's like an attachment with you. Like you might be a little attached to this other person who kept you stable. And there might be a lack of love in your life right now. So you might still be on this solo journey. All right, so what was dying though? The shift is dying and you're coming into stable territory. And teamwork is still in reverse. So I am getting the sense that there's like a solo mission and you're feeling a little lonely maybe. There's some, yeah, see this is flip-flopping now too. Look at that. New beginnings and expansion. I think at times you are open to this new beginning, and then at other times you're like, and then you're falling down the steps, you know? So there's a need to trust yourself, trust that you will get through this obstacle. I feel like I need a little bit more geese, leadership. Okay, so this is focusing on leadership, like when geese are migrating, they create an echelon. And one goose is usually at the head leading the way. And I think that there's some unruly energies around you. And I still get this picture of you like being an acrobat and being able to handle the shifts. And I know that I said that there's like a stable energy that's helping you with that. But I think the instability comes in when you think that you need them to keep you stable, to overcome these obstacles. And that is not true. You don't need them. This is like in reverse. Buds is in reverse. You don't need them. And I wonder, and go as we grow as we go. So that song, there's this sense of like, okay, partnerships, growing with your partner, but it's more of like an idea of like side by side you grow. You don't necessarily say, you're not like two plants next to each other and then you grow into one another and you take up over each other's space. There's expansion. There's growth together. Sandpipers look very happy and, you know, forward, like parallel lines going forward. But there is an over-attachment. There's like either your thoughts or you are actively a little clingy and it's causing anxiety in your life. This was in the past? Yes. It was in the past. And so like you've made peace with some aspects? No, they have not. Okay, I got that wrong. You have not made peace with it. Oh yeah, because that's why you've got your flip-flopping energy. And the path was flip-flopping too. Sometimes you trust it, sometimes you don't. And then your balance was also kind of thrown out of whack every now and then. And so like sometimes There are like good days where you're like really taking good care of yourself and you're trusting yourself and you're having fun. And then there are other days where you're like, oh crap, I miss this person, or why don't I have a person, or where is my person? These kinds of thoughts. But it does feel centered around relationships, overcoming obstacles. It keeps bringing me back to. So let me read about this for you. The goat is a symbol of balance, jumping with ceaseless energy, perching easily on even the narrowest footholds. Its vitality and grace are inviolable. The willow is a symbol of mourning, often appearing on gravestones. In Greek mythologies, willows are said to mark the entrance to the underworld. When combined, the goat and willow show us that there may be losses to suffer, but we can overcome them with renewed energy and the right balance. Upright, a recent loss may have you feeling down, or a new unfortunate obstacle may have appeared in your path. Realign yourself with your goals to regain control of the situation. How can I better achieve balance in my life? How can I plan ahead to navigate the obstacles of my path? Don't do that second one though, because we want you in the now. So live in the now and go as we grow. Grow as we go. And then I just heard sunshine and music and a good friend. And this led me straight to the Three of Coins, by the way, which is the first one that was flip-flopping. It represents learning from one another. The fierce Banj Hakri and Banj Hakrini teach their apprentice how to become a shaman. They are demanding teachers, but their student is dedicated. All three put in hard work that pays off with the success of a new generation. So when it's upright, you're learning, you're growing, and you have success and recognition. Like, there's confidence there. When it's in reverse, there's poor work ethic, apathy, lack of goals, and willfulness. So there's a need to trust the process here. But there's something kind of hogging up your space. Okay, it wants me to read the path. Okay, I wanted to keep this at 20 minutes. I also wanted to mention that as I was trying to read that other one, I kept feeling hesitant whenever I was like speaking. And like the words were like, they would get stuck. And this was where I almost died because I did a weird voice. I feel like there's like a holding back in the throat chakra in this. All right. Keep moving forward. Make any adjustments based on your desires. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Anything else I can say to them? You're like, nope, you wanted it at 20. We said our things. Keep moving forward. Okay, pile number 2. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Okay. Hold on, I'm starting to get a little chilly. Okay, so when I went to the bathroom before this one, and I was like, I wonder what the energy is gonna be like. And then I heard, my sincerest apologies. I'm like, okay. All right. But it was the snake. It was like the cobra. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. So your pile was the cobra in reverse. And I kept saying, like, my sincerest apologies. Like that. Like, I don't know. Are you sincere? Why, yes, of course. Whatever would make you think not. Okay. All right. I'm getting a suspicion. I'm getting a really kind of energy. Who is apologizing? There's some BS up in this grill is what I'm hearing. All right, so this is a timeless reading, just a reminder. And the question we're asking is, what is dying in your life right now? What is currently dying off? And it is, I was just led to relationships. This snake energy, this sincere apology person is dying off. Now, is it an entire relationship? Relations. Interesting. I'm feeling like a lot of silence, like there's a lot of, the communication is less than to be desired. It is not up to par, is what I'm hearing. Autumn, bounty, and balance. And now I weirdly have like doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So let's take a look at dove. Upright. Like, I'm just in this energy. I'm like, this is the energy. Like, it's not mine. Doe. So, okay, dove. Peace, relationships, and purity. Doves call you to regain your peace and serenity. Do you feel off balance or out of step? The dove reminds you to take a deep breath and release all your tension and stress. The dove urges you to look at your relationships, romantic, work-related, or otherwise. Are you in harmony with them? Is there friction? Reach out and smooth over any rough spots. A dove may be an omen of a new relationship or shift in an existing one. That's what I was picking up the energies for, because it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna die. It means something in the relationship is, like the way that you relate to one another is shifting. It's dying. The old way is dying. The new way is coming in. Reach out and smooth over any rough spots. And like I said, the communication was less than is to be desired. Okay, I'm getting the sense that someone is a little more harsh with their tone in this frustrated energy. And I'm thinking the Cobra energy, if this is two people, the Cobra energy, because they're not authentically expressing how they feel, the Harpy Eagle character person is frustrated, and there's a lot of this like, what? Like there's a little, I heard cringe. It's not the word I was looking for. But it could be cringe. You could be a little cringe. I feel like this is your energy, this frustrated energy of like, why are you giving me this BS? Like, why can't you just say it to me straight? That's the energy I'm feeling. And you're just irritated. There's like, because in that energy, it can feel like the person doesn't trust you, but the person doesn't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves to accurately speak how they want to speak. And so they're putting on a facade a little bit. They're kind of like acting like they're gracious. They're acting like they're not affected, but they're also kind of making it sound like it's not a big deal. And that really makes you mad. And you're strong and you want to work through this and you're looking at it directly. You're focused on it, you're looking at it, and this little sneaky snake is being like, my bad, but doesn't want to fix it. They just kind of want to like shift away. And Autumn, bounty, and balance is sideways because like it can be both energies. There can be times when you're aligned and it's working out okay, but then there are other times when it's just like there's a disconnect and something isn't being said that needs to be said. All right, now I'm led to the Chipmunk and Laurel, success, and it's upright, okay, sideways, it's both. Because at first it was in reverse, so
Oh God. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like this. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of British energy in this. Like where, it's like do etia a female. Only because like she kind of has a British. They gave her a British accent, even though this is set in Austria, because it's from Sound of Music. But then the snake even had like a little bit of a voice. Like there's like characters in here. And then what was the other one? Well, why did I even bring that up? Because there was another voice that popped into my head just now, but it was British. It was like so do you know 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 do. Oh, I was on it. Okay, here it is. Success. The chipmunk and laurel symbolizes a new venture that will surely lead to success. The chipmunk often takes the road less traveled, finding hidden pathways and adventure along the way. The laurel is a symbol of victory, used to crown the winners in the ancient Olympic Games. Together, they tell us to take charge of our destiny, carve out our own path, and find success. When it's upright, you forge a unique path towards your desires. The road to achieving your goals is hardly ever straight and easy, but the journey is ultimately rewarding. When it's in reverse, it's a sign of stagnation. You may feel frustrated, stalled, and setback. Think about the clever and enterprising chipmunk. What lesser known pathways could lead you to your goal? Or how might you redefine success? Yeah, so maybe there's like a weird expectation and it's forcing this Cobra character to act out of character. Like, yeah, I get the sense that you put them on high alert and they're trying to act like they're super chill about it, but they're not. Okay, what are we reading next? Relations. The way that you relate to one another could be an area of focus to try to change. What is dying? This false voice, this false narrative, and then it'll be upright and it will be more direct. Look, then he's direct. And I say he, but it's they, she, him, and all the genders and stuff. But now it feels very powerfully upright. So what's shifting is this, what's dying? Okay, I just heard the need to control is dying, but it's specifically in a relationship. It's specifically about, okay, so maybe there was an expectation of how you communicate and how you should communicate, and that expectation is dying. It's not gonna work. Because relationships, you have to meet someone in the middle. And if this person is just like triggered by your tone, triggered by your attempt to speak or communication style, you're not going to see them fully. And so there could be, sure, be direct. Don't change yourself. But there could be a middle ground of how you do that. Like maybe there's a certain day and time. Okay, now it's flip-flopping. Read about it. I'm gonna read about it because I'm getting the sense I'm missing a little something here that it wants me to focus on. They represent your strength and none of your weaknesses. The harpy eagle comes to you via... That's it. They represent your strength. That's all they wanted me to read. It represents your strength. Yes, it's very strong. So you are a very strong person, and that can really scare this cobra. And it can make them think they need to act a certain way. But then it's not their real self, and you get really frustrated about that for obvious reasons. And so for them to get in balance and be upright and speak directly and stuff like that, what is shifting? That is, oh, well, I love that for you. I'm happy for you. That is shifting. That is shifting. Cool, we got there. They are becoming they? Yes. Someone else is becoming more focused, more direct. Someone else is coming. Someone else is, and then I stop. Something's missing. And then it got really quiet. What's going on? Help me. Why are we all so quiet all of a sudden? It's like it got really quiet, and then it led me back to this. Is it success? I know we started in frustrated energy. You're very strong. You're not afraid to speak what's on your mind. But then you're in reverse. Okay. You start focusing on weaknesses and stuff. The more you interact with their energy, everything is just sideways right now. Autumn. I feel so unsure in this. And I feel like that might be your energy because, like, you are a direct person. If you have too much time on your hands, you might be overthinking this. And so there might be a call for balance in that. And, like, you know, Autumn. I'm in the wrong book. Where's the book? Ooh, I just smelled coffee. Like, brand new fresh coffee. And man, I could have some coffee right now. It smelled good. There it is. Autumn is a time to slow down. The high end. Remember when I said it got really quiet? I was kind of confused, and then I said success, like quietly. I think that's what this is. I think that's the slowing down. Okay. The high energy of summer's expansion calms and turns to a slower rhythm. There is space for acknowledgement and gratitude as the intense production of a previous season yields a crop. The autumn card reminds you that balance is important, whether it means balancing work with appreciation for the harvest or balancing intake and output of energy. Don't overtax yourself. Remember to refuel in times of hard work. Yeah, I do feel like you might be overthinking with this communication style, and because of that, it frustrates you even more, usually. And so it's saying that this energy is slowing down, and as you kind of like redirect and okay, when you focus on the success, when like now is looking at the success and the strengths and focusing on that and building strength, this person over here with their frustrating energy, with that space, they can start to get a little stronger. It's going to scare them at first because you're terrifying to them apparently. But they're going to wonder what you're doing, and you're going to be a bit of a role model. Yeah, and they can work through their own stuff in this free time. That's what I'm hearing. So this is definitely a relationship reading that I'm getting a picture of. Now I get to read the Blackbird. Hidden potential, defense, and oh my god. And assertiveness. And I just like threw that at the Cobra. So this is what's happening for the Cobra. They are starting to notice like their potential, and they are starting to get more assertive, which is what we love, and it's what you want. And it's a success. It's a success. It's coming. All right, anything else? Ace of Swords. Upright. Yeah, I'm getting it's a love reading. I'm really getting strongly that it's a love reading. Ace of Swords. Upright. New projects, truth, assertiveness, creative thinking, and clarity. Okay, this is what I was picking up on. Again, assertive came out there. Are we throwing at them too? Yeah. Okay, cool. So this person, your person, this person, they are getting more assertive. They are working through their communication styles. They're kind of letting things go. They're kind of breathing a little bit. And the energy is flip-flopping at times. It's not perfect. Like over here, it's upside down. Which, now I need to read about it. Come on, man. and grow as we go. Reverse, it's lack of communication, misinformation, rigidity, and confusion. Yeah, I mean, I was feeling a lot of confusion here. Remember when I was like, I don't, and I was feeling like that was your energy because you're usually very direct. You want to know what's going on. And this is Ace of Sword upright, so it's coming. So what's dying is the lack of communication, and it's this kind of energy that makes you go, ew, why are you doing that? It causes a lot of confusion, and you're focused on success. You're focused on bringing in a bounty, bringing in abundance, and getting things into balance. You're focused on that. You're kind of in your own little world now, and that allows them to be in their own little world, to work through their own stuff, and hopefully become assertive, because they can't rely on you right now. You've pulled back some energy, and then your relationship can work out. And then we've got turquoise, prioritize your health. So that's what's for you. So what's dying? This communication style is dying. It is being freed up. Things are working out. Pile number 3. Okay, bye pile number 3. Hi, pile number 4. Okay. All right. Sorry, the last pile ended very, so I'm trying to dive into this energy. Okay, this is how we want it. Okay. Pile number 4. Ooh. Okay. Simultaneously, I heard Misery Bay, are you okay? And then from Moulin Rouge, the Tango of Roxanne. And that's usually an indicator to me that there's high energy, high feelings, fear, black egg in reverse. So this was your pile. This was the main card. This is what's dying. Yeah, okay. Before I dive into the energies, this is a timeless reading. Whenever it found you, it found you. And the reading for today is, what is currently dying in your life right now? What is dying off in your life right now? What is did, done, and dead? What is dead in your life? And that, I'm getting this tower energy in this pile specifically, just because those 2 songs that came through are very high anxiety songs. And it's a very climax kind of situation of fear. Like the one song I wrote, and so you don't know it, don't worry about it. But the Tango de la Roxanne, the Tango of Roxanne from Moulin Rouge, it's a really scary part where, she was unsafe with a guy. The guy was unsafe with her, excuse me. And it's just really scary. But she also realized what she loved out of, that was a moment where she was trying to say what she loved and who she wanted and stuff like that. And she was not safe in that situation. So, and there is fighting in this energy. We've got the 5 of Wands upright. Goldfinch is now going, oh, so sorry, it's not a goldfinch. It's cuckoo. Ancestry, deceit, and attentiveness. It's in reverse. Okay, it wants to throw healing your way. Take pleasure in the things you do. Sunstone. I'm getting a lot of, okay. But the black egg is in reverse, and usually when that's upright, we love that. We love that for you. It's beautiful energy. It's very spiritual energy, but it's in reverse. And I'm feeling a need for safety, and I'm feeling there's a lot of trauma. And I even, this is the healer's stone that I keep around. There's a lot with circles and cycles and eggs and safety. A need for safety. Black egg. But I don't want to be scary, so don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's just scary, but don't be scared. Alright, we're in spirit. Black egg. Yeah, there's a cutoff from spirit. Alright, is that what we're dealing with? I heard yes and no. It's like okay, black egg. Man. Okay, black egg. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. Where we lead. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, and perhaps public speaking. Sound draws us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. And see, now I'm starting to wonder if like those songs popped into my head because there's like because one of the songs was one that I have written, I wonder if it's about I think there's a need. What is dying? I got a couple messages there. What is dying? The gates of communication are dying. They're dead. They're done. They're closed. That was very violent too. So I do think there was like a tower moment that like cut it off. There's a frantic energy in this. And I think the need to express yourself. I'm just seeing running. I'm seeing running away. Like you slammed the door and you ran out. That's the vision that I got. And I just keep hearing, tell someone the truth. Ooh, sirens. Yeah, it feels very frantic. Like I am, like the one song that I wrote has about like, your sirens sing all day. And it's like a double meaning of like, say like, you know, mermaid, like sirens, you know, like the women aren't safe, or like it's a double meaning. Okay, stick with me. But then also just like police cars and ambulances and like just the need for support is out there. Like people, so many people need support. And so like that is the thought of the song. And I feel like, and I just keep hearing this build up. I'm in the Moulin Rouge, where like you hear like the violins go and then it's like this tense conversation between the one and the other in the room, and she's saying, I don't want this, and then it's like the tension is building, it's building, and then all of a sudden there's like and so then it's a dangerous situation. And so I'm seeing dangerous situations. I'm seeing like the slamming of a door and the need to run out and get safe. To leave. Renewal and led to. And I just felt like a big to my heart. There's like a gut-wrenching, not gut-wrenching. Grief. Oh, help me. Duck in reverse. Weathering storms, transition, and prosperity. It was in reverse. And there's like a couple here. There are like two birds on here. So it could be like, not spoiler alert, but trigger warning. You could be in a DV situation that you need to leave. Something's hidden. Oh yeah, sorry. So, is it really as dramatic as I'm feeling? Okay, I'm hearing that you cannot ignore this situation. I'm just like locked into this story. Like this energy is coming in very strong. Porcupine and no many boundaries. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Okay, I just got this sense that you're in prison. that you're feeling locked away, that you can't live the life that you want. And so, like, all these energies around you are just bickering, and there's a lot, and you want to leave and you want to go start somewhere new. This could be very serious. It could be very subtle, I'm hearing. And so, like, you could be dealing with situations where there's, like, emotional manipulation. And in that, you can set subtle boundaries that no one even needs to know about. You just set them yourself. Like, someone starts to do something in a conversation, and instead of saying, we're not doing that, you can just say, okay, that's what you believe. And then you don't let it affect you. Like, that's a boundary that you could do. There could be some very serious boundaries that need to be set, though, and you might need some support. I keep getting led to attentiveness. Take pleasure in the things you do. Put your attention on the pleasurable things in your life and the happiness in your life. And now we've got the dragonfly in reverse. I'm feeling drained of this energy. We've got the horse in reverse. Palomino. Oh no, that wasn't it. Yeah, but I'm feeling very foggy in this energy. Almost like maybe dissociation. But I'm still very strongly hearing Moulin Rouge. Bum, 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 bum. Got to it. I love when that, like, perfectly lined up with, like, that break in the song. Okay. Allow yourself to roam free on occasion. It's time to put in the hard work to meet your goals. Yeah. All right. So what's dying? Okay. What's dying is the disconnection from your spirit. This dissociation energy, this, like, living in amok. I just heard, like, okay. The witches, hocus pocus. You're like, amok, 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 amok. You're around energies that aren't thinking of your best and highest good. And it's disconnecting you from your own spirit. Because if they were connected to the highest and best good, they would have empathy. They would have understanding towards your situation and be able to connect to that as well. And then everyone is united and you're working through a common goal. But that's not happening around you at this time. And so the energies that you're surrounded by, you need to get up and go. You need to get up and leaves. You need to leaves. Get yourself out of that energy, either figuratively, mentally, spiritually, definitely spiritually. Connect with yourself, connect with the heavens, connect with, boundaries are super important. If it is going against your highest and best good, that should be like a beautiful boundary that you can learn in your own specific situation how to set and go about doing. It's going to be very uncomfortable, but you need to leave these fighting energies. You need to leave it. Hard pass on that energy. Cuckoo, these crazy. You need to put your attention away from this energy. You need to leave, stop focusing on it, and focus on setting like a boundary and focus on your own path of prosperity. But it's in reverse. Let me read about ducks. Quack. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, it pulled up cuckoo. So let's read about it. The cuckoo lays its eggs in the nest of other birds, often pushing out one of the resident eggs in order to replace it. Jeez. The cuckoo may then carry a message to be aware of deceit. Oh, yeah. Is someone not being entirely truthful with you? Finally, the cuckoo, a shy bird whose call is often noticed more than the bird itself, may be advising you to be heard rather than be seen. Yeah, I mean, the deceit, obviously, the Moulin Rouge is just like screaming in my head right now. It's so loud. It's so strong and overwhelming. And now it's in like the further part, whenever like the big thing happened and like everyone is in turmoil and it's just chaos. That's what we're at. Oh, and it's at 12:22 right now. So, 15:55. Yeah, turmoil, chaos. These are energies you do not need to be around. And you can get up out of there. This feels very pertinent, strong, important. Like I didn't realize I was going to read such like a powerful message, and I kind of feel like, I don't know, I have imposter syndrome just like passing this along because I don't like making people feel uncomfortable in certain ways, but there are some serious situations that are going on out there. And this feels like a very important, very serious situation. Believe me when I say I love you. I mean, that's a beautiful message there. All right, help me out. Duck. Duck. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, duck. A duck can alert you to alert. A duck can alert you to keep your head down and stay out of the way for a little while. Something may be coming that could ruffle your feathers. Alternatively, a duck may prompt you to look at your responsibilities. Are you trying to duck out on anything? But we want you to. Okay, we do want you to duck out of this. That's important to note, okay? The energy of the duck may help you keep afloat and enable you to go with the flow. Tap into the duck's buoyancy to handle rough waters. Oh, now I'm seeing this. This is just so, like, if I took this, everything very seriously, like, clearly in this message is like, bruh, they're crazy. They're fighting. Stay away from them. Leave. Get up on out of there. Get with you. Set a boundary. This is very clear energy. Yeah, weathering storms, like, duck out of it. Duck. Leave. Cuckoo. Crazy. Chaos. Leave it. Go. Take pleasure in the things you do. This is the healing. This is what is going to lead you. Setting your boundaries. Putting your attention in the things that make you happy. Only. That is the boundary. The boundary is clear. Is only things for your highest and best good. If people are talking rudely to you, not for the highest and best good. Absolutely not. Have a nice day. And you get out of there. Boom. Very clear, very big message, very tower moment message. Very big message. So I hope that this reached whoever needed to hear it and you understood it and it's very clear. Okay. Okay, pile number 4. That was your pile. I'm here for you. I am sending you the best of boundary setting vibes. Cord cutting might come in handy for you too. Just like really start to wash your hands of certain situations that are no longer helping you grow. Okay. All right, bye. Bye. Hi, pile number 5. Last pile. All right. So you chose the Crocodile in Reverse, and today's reading is a timeless one. And it is what is currently dying in your life right now. What is dead? What is dying is what I hear for this specific deck. What's dying in your life right now? And I'm feeling very like Do, 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 do. There's like a comfort. Okay. I'm hearing like skinnamarink-a dink-a-dink, skinnamarink-a-doo. I love you. Boop-a-doo. That's what I'm hearing right now. There's like there's a softness. Yeah, there's a playfulness, because now I just saw this card and it's saying joy, celebration, and playfulness, and it's a lark. And it's like just kind of like a do-do-do-do-do, kind of like humming, like like when you're happy, when you're feeling satisfied in life, and you just kind of go it feels very mothering too. All right, and your healing card is the Rainbow Obsidian, Heal Your Heart. Yeah, and so like a humming kind of sensation does really help your heart center, which is really beautiful. So oh, and then I just heard, at last my love has come along, my lonely days are over, and life is like a song at last. All right, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune sideways up. It's a little indecisive, but it's delicately in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, which I would not expect given the energy I'm feeling. Then I just heard, I keep on falling in and out of love with you. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that you fall in and out of these energies, of this satisfaction, of the playfulness. You fall out of that energy, and when that happens, the Wheel of Fortune is obviously in reverse. So we've got some flip-flopping energies here. Oh, 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 falling. Good songs coming through. Okay, now I'm starting to recognize. All right, what we've got? We've got At Last, and we've got Fallen. Is that Etta James? At Last? This is gonna bug me. Hold on a second. I don't usually, I never like to have my phone around, but I need to figure it out because that's gonna bug me. I come from a very musical family, so, especially for jazz. Etta James, At Last? Yeah, so she's blues and soul. There's a lot with like, yeah, because Alicia Keys is like R&B. There's a lot of soul energies in here. But I was right, by the way. It was Etta James, so go me for knowing that. But let me double check. Who sang At Last? Yeah, I'm totally right. I love that for me. Yeah, because I come from a family that loves, like, they're jazz musicians. And so, yeah. Okay. Sorry. All right. The Rooster and Sunflower, communication. I mean, there's a lot with singing in here. Was it in reverse? Yes. It was upright? Okay, I'm missing messages. I know I just got started, but communication. Oh, 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 falling. I keep on falling in love with you. Sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. Sometimes I feel good. Sometimes I do. I'm here so confused. Okay, we're getting there. I found it. Okay. Whoa. Took me a bit. Okay, this is the card of the good leader and the kind king. Roosters wake before the rest of the farm, alerting everyone to the rising sun. They are protective of their territory and self-confident, but they are good communicators, honest and capable. The sunflower is often the tallest bloom in the garden, rising high and turning its face towards the sun. While it may hover over other flowers, it bestows warmth and joy on any garden. Upright, you are well suited to positions of authority. Remember that clear and open communication is key in successful leadership. In reverse, nope, upright. Sideways. Sideways. So at times you question your leadership skills. Now it is saying the reverse is a miscommunication has occurred. As a leader, resist the temptation to blame others. Instead, clarify your intentions, seek understanding, and, if needed, ask forgiveness. Okay, questions you can ask yourself. How can I improve my communication? And I love with you. Sometimes I love you. Sometimes you make me blue. Good music in this one. Love that for you. All right, the spring, upright. But it was in reverse. It's in reverse. And this is, it threw it at the healing stone. This is what you need to heal. The spring in reverse. Oh, 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 falling. I keep my calling. And I love. It was the first one. Hi. It says a red-headed maiden. A red-headed maiden sits at the edge of sacred waters. She leans forward, seeking out images and answers from the surface of the pool. She has a desire to belong, to fit in with her kin. Stars stretch across the sky behind her, illuminating the blackness. The light enables her to see clearly and to follow the path. Each star is a gift of hope, a promise that a better future will come, no matter what. Many waterfalls and springs flow around the maiden. Water is a healing symbol, as the springs bring life-sustaining nutrients to every living creature, both sick and healthy. Meanings. Allow water to cure you. Release your emotions and anxiety. And literally, remember I threw this at the at the healing stone. It's saying heal yourself with water. Ooey gooeys. Like both of those songs that I was singing, like the At Last and Falling, have two things in common. They're like jazzy, they're like rhythm and blues, and there's flow in that. There's like a just feeling the music and just feeling, just and water is feeling. It's just feel it, man. Just getting those ooey gooeys of the world. Yes. Plus, love that. Here, let's take a look. Do I look just like her? I'm so sorry. To myself, I'm sorry to myself. Alright, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh! Okay, I love this. Alright. I love this for a couple reasons. First of all, another thing I was pointing out, like, there's a lot of, like, jazz and, like, they're African-American singers. And the card that I pulled for the Wheel of Fortune in this particular deck, it goes into different mythologies from different countries, and this one is from Ghana. And it says, the Wheel of Fortune is endlessly turning, spun by a trickster god. What was once luck is now misfortune. What was hopeless is now joyous. These acts may seem random, but all fates are part of an interconnected web of repercussions. Upright, it's fortune, an unexpected windfall, karma, destiny, and cycles. It's in reverse. So in reverse, it's bad luck, a lack of control, the past, misery, and disappointment. Disappointment. All right, and I'm getting tapped on the left side of my head, which is unusual for me. Okay. It's letting me know that this is only in reverse whenever you question your leadership skills. Whenever you are just like, you don't believe that you have like an imposter syndrome, that you don't believe in your worth. I'm also hearing when you lose sight of the playfulness. Oh, all right. Yeah, and now it's having me flip it up. So there's good karma in here if you can stay focused on being a leader and staying in that role. Like, okay, just the other day I was like, what if I could convince myself that I'm an athlete? I have never been an athlete in my life, but in my late 30s, maybe I should start telling myself, placebo effect, I'm an athlete. I'm going to start living my life like I'm an athlete. How would they live their life? This is a complete jump, but I am considering taking a new class and learning a new skill in my old age. And so because of that, obviously there's like an imposter syndrome going around with that because I'm not an athlete. I've never considered myself an athlete. I did win. I do play. I am good. Like, I've got an eye and I'm good at certain things, but I've never really been part of a sport other than just recreationally. And I've never fancied myself an athlete. But what if I started doing that? How would my life change? And it just was an interesting idea to me. And I do feel like that energy could be applied to this because, like, if you find yourself in those moments of feeling like an imposter, like you can't do something, and you question your leadership skills for one reason or another, what if you start saying, I am a leader. I'm a leader. I know what we're doing. I know how we're going to do it. I am open to hear because I'm a good leader. I'm a playful leader. But I am a leader. I know what's up. I am a leader of my own destiny and life. Heal your heart. Healing your heart is knowing your worth. It's releasing these ties that are binding you and making you think that you aren't good enough. Crocodile in reverse. I didn't even say this, but this is what you chose, was the crocodile in reverse. There's an ancient energy in here already. I'm sensing it. I keep on falling in that love with you. Sometimes I love you. Sometimes you make me blue. Sometimes I feel good. Sometimes I feel you. Darling, got me so confused. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way I loved you. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, crocodile in reverse. When it's out of balance, it feels stuck and it lashes out. Ooh, girl. I mean, that makes sense. If you are not being playful and you're flip-flopping and you're not feeling like the leader that you are, you will lash out if you are not giving yourself an outlet for your feelings too. And to get that out, you will lash out. When you're in a space of protecting your heart, it's like a cat hissing, you know, like, and it comes from here and here, right? Like, I remember when my one kitty, R.I.P., when he was a kitty, and we were still building trust, I reached my hand under where he was and he hissed at it. I was like, oh, my poor baby. You know better. Like, it's going to be okay. But, you know, he like lashed out. He's like, who are you? What is this? But it was okay, you know. So I feel there is a bit of energy here that you might be hissing at people and keeping them away. And you're in like a space of like healing yourself, and you want to get into that ooey gooey goodness of like connecting with your wisdom. I'm hearing. All right, it wants me to read. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing. Hey, I said that. Gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. Yeah, so you might be one of those souls that needs to recoup by withdrawing. Like, you might be a little introverted. Or you could be like a little healer, and so you need to recoup by being away from people, especially if you've been around a lot of people for a bit. It had me place the crocodile in reverse on the goldfinch, which represents joy, prosperity, and balance. And now that I'm seeing this, both bird cards that were pulled for you, joy, celebration, playfulness, joy, prosperity, balance. And so the withdrawing is the balance part of it. You are healing yourself. There's also altar in reverse, which is gratitude, releasing burdens. So this would help you a lot. I'm already healing. Yeah, there's healing here. Okay, I want to talk about, ooh, I love these colors. Ooh, it's bisexual. I like it. Okay, anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. You might be queer, but don't worry about it if you're not. There's a whimsy in this. There's like a magic. There is some powerful energies. Now this is in reverse. What the fuck? Communication. I got lost. I lost a point. Okay, never mind. I'm back on track. Altar. I wish these were in alphabetical order, but I found it anyway, so. Okay, altar. In reverse, but, excuse me. It is important to make time and space for connecting with spirit. Hi, I'm doing that right now. In that space, look into your heart for truths. The altar card can help you reflect on your blessings and what you need to express gratitude for. Conversely, look inside for the truth about your challenges. There may be something you need to release to the universe in order to grow and flourish, or a burden you need to surrender so that you can move forward. The altar can help. Take stock of what you are grateful for. Oh. Think about what you can offer nature or spirit to share your blessings. I'm picking up music because there was a lot of strong music energies in here. Okay, so what is dying for you right now? I already forget. I mean, in my head, I was saying what's dying for you right now is thinking that you have to be around people constantly, like judging the fact that you need the time to yourself and then not connecting with spirit. That is kind of what I heard, but I'm questioning it, which I think is also imposter syndrome. So let's see what it could be. Feels stuck and lashes out. Yeah. So if you're forced around other people, you're going to lash out. You've got to find the joy. So what is dead to you? Lashing out. Just decide it. Just decide, like, you're an athlete. You are a leader. You no longer lash out. That's what you decide. Not quite. I missed something. You will take space when you need it. What is dead and done? Asking permission to take space? I'm still missing something. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. Okay, so what's dead is you're like taking action? Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna combine like the lashing out is because you are impatient. So impatience is dead. You are the most patient leader. That's what we're telling ourselves. You will let go. You are focused on joy and prosperity and balance. All the good things. You are crocodile upright. What is dead is crocodile in reverse. Yeah. That's all she wrote, y'all. Okay, pile number 5. That was your reading. You have a beautiful night or day or evening or whenever this found you. Okay, bye.